What's up, folks? How you doing? Apparently, the police in Georgia, and it's probably been going on all over the country, but just happened to see this news report from Georgia, have been strip searching people on the side of the road. Um, I'm not 100% sure the legalities of that. I mean, I think there's been some court cases that go over it. They may talk about in this news clip here. But what I do know is that personally, in my opinion, if you're going to strip search somebody, if you're going to do a body cavity search on somebody, it needs to be done post arrest, which means you have to have probable cause to make the arrest first. They need to go to jail and then have it done at the jail at the very least. Doing it on the side of the road in a parking lot somewhere, that's bullshit, and it doesn't matter whether it's male or female. I mean, this news clip is only certain focused on women, but I know it happens to men. There's no way this should be happening out in public. You don't, if you need to strip search somebody in body cavity, do a body cavity search of somebody to gain probable cause, then you need to just cut them loose anyway. If you've already got probable cause to arrest, which probable cause is only a preponderance of evidence, it means it's more than likely it happened. More than likely it's there. It's not a huge burden. So if you've got probable cause to make an arrest, then you do the strip search, and you can get extra shit off the strip search if there's anything to find. But doing it on the side of the road to try to gain probable cause to arrest somebody, that's bullshit. That needs to stop. And anyway, I'll roll the video, and you guys tell me what you think.
Georgia police strip searching women looking for drugs on the side of the road. We blurred these body and dash cam videos to protect their privacy. 2 Georgia women say their private body parts were exposed to strangers. Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln looks into whether these searches are legal.
I found the Supreme Court says we have a right to privacy when it comes to strip searches. That's why they're usually done in the privacy of a jail. But for both of these women, they were done right on the side of the road in front of male officers and onlookers. When you saw that video yourself for the first time,
I cried.
this Georgia woman who asked us to use only her first name, Cindy, says she will never forget what a Brooklet police officer did to her on the night of July 23rd, 2020.
She's going up and down and all around. And the whole time, whenever I'm just sitting there thinking, this cannot be legal.
Dash camera video showing the moment. Cindy says Brooklet police officer Dee Estes conducted a full body cavity search on her in plain view of the public after deputies suspected Cindy of having drugs on her during a traffic stop.
And she's putting her fingers inside of me in the front and then up the back side of me.
Estes was called to assist Bullitt County Sheriff's deputies for what was supposed to be a female pat down. Instead, Estes searched inside Cindy's private areas, making her expose her breast in front of male officers and onlookers at this truck stop.
Could you even believe what you were seeing?
No, ma'am.
Larry Higgs, the truck driver, says he saw the whole thing.
The lady stripped her down right in front of God and everybody.
I found Cindy isn't alone.
Ma'am, if you can step out of the car too for me, okay?
This woman who wants us to use only her first name, Lisa,
Can you lean forward for me?
says Griffin police officers strip searched her in August of 2021 after a traffic stop.
That's just invading people's privacy.
Officer Alyssa Hansen is seen on body camera exposing Lisa's breast in plain view of other male officers and 2 men who Lisa was riding with.
And there was people beside me that could see, and an officer behind me and everything that could see everything she was doing when she was moving my clothes and pulling it down.
No, I don't think that anybody should be searched like that.
You can hear one officer poking fun at Lisa's exposed belly.
You didn't zip it.
The female officer suggests they go behind a car for the rest of the search.
I ain't got none, I promise you that. Well, that's why I gotta look. Yeah.
Attorney Mark Bowman represents both women and says strip searches should be done in private.
Doing it in public is, I mean, the law is clear, and it has been for a very long time that you don't do that.
I found the Supreme Court ruled in 1966 under Fourth Amendment searches involving intrusions beyond body's surface on mere chance that desired evidence might be obtained are forbidden. Bowman says the searches didn't have to happen on the side of the road.
It can be done in a medical facility. It can be done in a jail. It can be done just more in private, not in a parking lot.
In both cases, Bowman says neither Brooklet nor Griffin police departments investigated the officers' actions. Officer Estes was eventually fired for an unrelated incident, and Griffin officer Hansen is still on the force.
Hopefully, it stops and it don't happen again to no one else.
The officer found no drugs on Lisa. Cindy had an old baggie with some meth residue on her. So what can be done to hold officers accountable? Cindy filed a lawsuit and Lisa plans to file one as well. Griffin and Brooklet police and former officer Estes declined our request for comment, but in court filings, Estes said she acted in good faith. We reached out to Georgia Post, the agency that certifies police officers. It is now looking into both of these cases. The Spalding County District Attorney also is reviewing Lisa's search. We'll let you know what happens. Back to you.
All right, so obviously the Supreme Court has made a ruling on it. 1969, that's 53 years ago. That's plenty of time for it to sink into people's heads. And anybody with any common sense knows that you don't do that on the side of the road. You do not expose people, on the side of the road like that. That's not right. And like I said, if you don't have that probable cause to arrest, you cut them loose. Is it really that big of a deal? I think that one skinny woman, she was probably, probably walking the truck stop, probably a lot lizard. I don't know where that truck stop is. I have no idea, but Brookwood, it's in Brookwood. I have no idea where that's at, to be honest with you. But obviously that one truck driver saw it, and they stripped her naked. They pulled, did all kinds of crazy stuff. It's not necessary. It's not necessary, and it's undignified, and it's definitely a violation of their rights. There is almost no circumstance where doing these types of things to people is justified. And the only reason I say almost is because once in a while there might be maybe 1 in a billion, shot of somebody, of a murder being solved or a murder being stopped even, by some of these tactics. But that doesn't justify all the other times. So we live in a dangerous world, and freedom is dangerous. So we have to accept that sometimes, some bad things might come of the fact that we have rights, but I think the good far outweighs the bad. And I think the people who wrote the Constitution and the judges that have interpreted the Constitution throughout the years have understood that. And this shit is wrong, and it needs to be stopped. And it's something I learned about government years ago is that they will do whatever the hell they want to do. They will make laws, they will make ordinances, they'll make policies, regulations, executive orders, all that shit. And they will do whatever it is they want to do until someone puts a stop to it. And unfortunately, it always has to be a damn court. Never the people don't have any power anymore. The court has to put a stop to it. And that's only if you can find a judge that's, that's favorable to your side, because these days that's not, it's not guaranteed. Most of the time, judges are on the side of the government because guess who pays judges? It ain't the fuck. They don't just get money out of thin air. They get paid by the government, so they are on the side of the government. So very difficult to get these things stopped. The only other time that you could do that is maybe through public outcry, making a big old stink about it. And that's why we make these videos, because you want to make a stink about it. You want people to know that this is wrong, this shouldn't happen, and it needs to stop. And hopefully, if if enough attention gets paid to it, then it will stop. I don't know, but anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.